So, here's the nuisance about people, about Atlantic salmon. Now, let's start with, say, China. Whenever China, um, pigs or chickens, whatever, gets sick, they had to kill all the animals that has a virus or disease or some kind of illness, so that so it doesn't spread or anything. So they kill the pigs, they kill the chickens, and swine flu and all that stuff, because you can't ship the meat over to Canada or the US because of tight regulations. So whenever there's salmonella outbreak or E. coli breakouts, we remove everything off the shelves that has salmonella or E. coli, or the chances it may have some. It gets removed off the shelves because of tight regulations and stuff. We don't sell or buy sick animals. Like buy sick meat from foreign countries, or we don't sell sick food to customers. We all know there's tight regulations. We do not sell anything that's sick to the public. So we all know that. Keep that in mind. We all know that. Okay? So, also, don't eat cows. Also, don't eat chickens. Don't eat pigs. Don't eat eggs. Do you know why? Because the farms do not eat the cows or chickens or eggs or pigs, because they're farmed. Oh my gosh, there's farmed. Oh my gosh, you gotta be vegans or vegetarians now. Oh my gosh. My uncle is a cattle rancher. I know he doesn't use horses. Whenever any of his cows is sick, he can't sell it for meats. He cannot. If any of his cows were once sick before, he cannot sell it. So, but it get butchered by the owner for its own meal, like feed the farmer, so they can eat their own cows that were once sick. They cannot sell. So I'm gonna point all those things out before I say this, okay? Remember, keep an open mind. Keep the laws, regulations, so that's like, keep that in mind. People are saying that the Atlantic salmon is sick because it's farmed. It's sick. It's farmed. It's sick. Here's the thing. Anything that's caught in the wild, the species can be decimated by other countries and everything else. Species can be decimated. Yes, I said it already, but I'm just saying it again. Decimated. Anything that's farmed prevents a popular species, to be decimated. That means au revoir, goodbye, no longer exists. So, I'm tired of people saying, oh, is this farmed? This farmed, blah, 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 blah. Because I know exactly what they're thinking. I know that it's BS has been spreading about farmed Atlantic salmon. Like, it's not sick, okay? We do not sell sick food. We do not transport sick food. We do not do any of that. Those people who are spreading BS that the fish is sick doesn't know what ASC or and MSC. They don't know any of those. You know what those are? Well, Google, Okay? It's all about regulations, tight regulations, health, blah, 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 blah. So let's just say the Atlantic salmon is not farmed. Just think how very expensive and very decimated the species is because of everything. So, yeah, I know about this rumor like years and years ago. Okay, I seen a video. I see nothing wrong with the fish. Okay, so stop spreading these lies for the simple-minded people who has some selfish reasons. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the farmed Atlantic salmon. People who are refusing to buy because it's farmed, they have no idea. They just think the fish is sick. It's not sick, okay? Because if the cows are sick, we don't sell to customers, okay? Same with the pigs and the chickens. Or anything, any kind of food item that's on the shelves that could have salmonella outbreak, E. coli outbreaks, we move everything off the shelf. We do not sell sick. So those who's making this video about unhealthy Atlantic salmon, farmed salmon, please think for yourself. Also, I had a customer saying that, oh, they feed fish, fish. I'm thinking, well, I caught fish before. I said fish inside of a big fish. Did you know that big fish eats little fish? Those who go fishing, there's chances that you will get a small fish inside of big fish. Okay? They do eat each other. Okay? Anything in the wild, it's free game. It can be overcatched. Just make everything else. Just think why there's a problem with ocean species. The species are being decimated. And everything else. There's a problem with tuna. Tuna swims everywhere. Everywhere. Not just one little section, tiny section of the world. Like the shoreline of one country, they don't. They travel, they migrate. All fish migrates, okay? So when the tuna swims on the other side of the ocean, it's free game for the other countries to catch and overcatch. And they scrape the ocean floors to catch everything, anything, and different kinds of catching and humane ways and everything else, like scraping the ocean floors or these nets that can be very damaging and however they do it. And you guys know that too. So there were quotas, there are rules about some wild fish species, but not every country listens to those rules and regulations on fish. So tuna can get pretty expensive because there's not very many wild, well, all fish is wild. So I'm going to say free swimming fish can be pretty expensive. So these are the things a lot of people do not realize about fish and regulations and laws and everything else. You guys have to like really study on that because I get these IDIOTS saying, oh, is this fish farmed? Is this fish farmed? And depending on the fish, I say, well, does it say farmed? It's like, no, then it's not farmed. I know exactly where the mind is going because you think the fish is sick. The fish is not sick, okay? If they say, oh, this fish has a lump, I'm like, well, anything in a wild can be born demented, okay? Maybe there's 1 in 10 fish, 1 in 15 fish that is demented in the wild. Not all of them survive because they are demented in the wild, okay? Just because you see the odd ones in this fish farm doesn't mean they're all GMO BS. They're not GMO'd, okay? They're just like any other creatures that's being farmed, like cows, chickens, pigs, and then there's like these eggs. It's all farmed. It's not GMO'd. And if you guys keep making up stories that were fed to you, just think. Like, stop spreading it. And those who are not informed about this BS, don't listen to it, okay? They don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're thinking because they're not thinking at all. They don't know rules, regulations, laws, nothing. They don't know AMC, or ASC. They don't know any of those. Anyone that's watching this, you gotta have slow down. This conspiracy theorist BS on farmed fish. Stop this conspiracy. Stop the spread of it. Okay? And in the wild, any sick fish is not fed to humans' consumption. Just like cattle, just like pigs, just like any other farmed anything. Everything's tight regulations. Anything that gets sick, it's not fed to humans. Okay? Do you know about the hunchback near Notre Dame? You know that hunchback guy? Well, half that movie is true. And yes, there is a hunchback guy in Paris back in the day. But no, he did not swing around left in the Notre Dame at all. This guy was an architectural designer who has a hunchback. He was a grumpy person. Irritated, grumpy person. You see, he's not GMO'd. He was born demented. Okay? People are born demented. But in the wild, they will not live very long for different reasons. This is the same way with fish. Okay? That's a reality check. Reality. And anyone who is not brainwashed, conspiracy theorists at all, be informed. There's a lot of people spreading lies about Atlantic farmed fish, okay, salmon fish, okay? I'm well educated in all this, and people who are spreading these lies, rumors, making stuff up, are not educated. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. It doesn't matter. But if they're spreading lies, there's always a self-interest involved, okay? So, have a good day, and don't be brainwashed to be a sheeple among them. Use this noggin right here. We're born with. Use it. Okay? Have a good day and talk to people, not to get brainwashed. Okay? Don't be a sheep.